65 Gamer Guy here with my review of Donkey Kong for the ColecoVision. Now this was the game that originally came with the system. And when it first came out, or when the ColecoVision first came out, this game just really looked great. It looked pretty much exactly like the arcade. It's obviously not. The Donkey Kong on this screen is on the wrong side. And the second screen doesn't have, it's got more of a blue color in the arcade, and here they use the same, I don't know if you want to call it purple or what color this is, but it's still a fun game. It doesn't play exactly like the arcade. The controls are a little bit more touchy, but after you get used to it, it's fun to play. Now, personally, I don't know how long the ColecoVision was in development, and I don't know how long this game was in development. I think this game was rushed. I think they could have done a better job. There's a version for Atom, the Atom computer, that has all the screens, and it's a really good version of this game. It's got all the intermissions and all that stuff. You know, how high can you get. The difficulty on this game, it's actually a pretty easy game. It doesn't really get much harder. You get on the second screen and on this screen you get a couple more, or I think one or two more fireballs, which look kind of like orange ducks really in this version. Also, another thing too is that if you push up or down when you're climbing a ladder, if you push up or down twice real quickly, you'll climb the ladder faster. I don't really know why that is. I don't know if it was planned or if it was a bug or whatever, but it works, so try that. I just hit 10,000 points, which is supposed to give you another life, but the counter still says 5. And if you wait until I get to the next screen, then it rolls over to 6. So that's kind of another odd thing about this game, and another reason, again, why I think it was rushed. First level, which we're seeing here again, something if you'll notice, if you pay attention, as you climb up the girders, the barrels, after they go past you, just fall off the screen. They don't continue to go down to the next girder below. They just disappear. And I don't know if they wanted to save memory or exactly why they did that, but it's different than anything I've seen. Also, another thing too about this game is in the top right corner you see a number, which is your lives. Now, I don't know if I know how to say this correctly, but it's not the lives you have left, it's the lives, how do you say this? It's the lives that you have. So when you get down to 1, that doesn't mean you have 1 life left. That means that you're on your last life, if that makes any sense. If you play the game and you pay attention to that, you'll notice it. Instead of it saying 0 when you're on your last life, it says 1. So, and I don't think I've seen that on any other game, and not even on any other Coleco game, and that's another reason why I think this game was kind of rushed. They just didn't seem to really put that much into it, and I don't know if it was because they didn't have time. They wanted to get it out for that Christmas back in 1982, or if the programmers didn't have enough memory, or I mean, the ColecoVision could handle a lot more than what this game delivers. It's just, and I'm not saying it's a bad game, but it's got its flaws. So some of the later Coleco games, just even ones done by third parties, just really shine. Since this was a game that came included with the ColecoVision, after I bought my ColecoVision, I'd have some friends over and we'd play this thing and play it over and over, and we'd order pizza and just kind of make an evening out of it. So it's got kind of a fond memory. I mean, it's not the best game, but it's got replayability. It's not the best game, but it's kind of fun to, you know, try to beat your score, or if somebody else is playing it and they're doing better than you, then you want to try to beat their score. And that's what a lot of these games had. You know, it's just you wanted to play them and play them, and it's like after each game would end, you would think, well, I can do better the next time. You know, I'll do this or I'll do that, and even if you were playing alone, you'd try to do better to increase your score, or you'd try to beat, if you were playing with a friend, you'd try to beat their score, and sometimes you did and sometimes you didn't, and that's kind of what made it so much fun. I mean, it was this kind of friendly competition in a way. Okay, here at the end, I know I talked earlier about the game life deal, and I made it about as clear as black paint, but you'll see it after I lose my last life. It still shows 1, and then after the game is over, then it rolls over to 0.